to shake out some of the cobwebs and sort of get a little more active, especially if you were here for meditation, I'm going to invite whoever it is that wants to stand up, and we're going to sing our opening tune, Mary, which is... Da, da, da. Oh! Hold on. Maybe. There we go. Okay. I just pressed a button. I just tested it. So.
But maybe did I push that one?
Maybe. Yeah, so just that one. Okay. Okay, so When You Believe by Eddie Watkins Jr., and we're actually going to be led in song by Kelby, our band leader. And there's some meditation music or something playing. Excellent, thank you. And for those who have been here before, I want to also bring your attention to the slideshow today is a brand new slide deck that our brand new creative services partner, Brooke, from Manitoba, has put together. So I want everybody to sort of like, ooh, ah, and then if you have feedback on, it's easier to read, I like it, it's great, change this, please let me know, okay? Because this is a work in progress, all right? Kelby, woohoo! Carl, welcome back to Celebrate.
Hi, everyone. We are so happy to be here with you all. Thank you so much. All right, so now that you're on your feet, you might as well stay up there. You might as well get a little like a step clap going on. All right, there we go. Feels like I'm introducing a jazzercise class or something. Spiritual jazzercise. All right, all right. This is a great tune by the wonderful bassist Eddie Watkins Jr. Anything is possible when you believe. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Woo! Anything is possible when you believe. You know that anything is possible when you believe. Yes, it is. Faith can make a mountain move when you believe. Faith can make a mountain move when you believe. You know that you can change a life when you believe. Know that you can change a life when you believe in yourself, in yourself, in yourself, woo, in yourself.
All right, everyone, go ahead and greet your neighbor. Just say hello.
Oh, that's beautiful. Gonna make a miracle when you believe. True words. Gonna make a miracle when you believe. Everything you want, you got when you believe. Woo! Everything you want, you got when you believe in yourself, in yourself, in yourself, in yourself. I believe in me. I believe in you. When we believe in each other, there ain't nothing we can't do. Na 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 na. I believe in me. I believe in you. Woo! We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can't do.
Woo! Oh, Mr. Carl Roosing on piano, Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. Thank you. And the VTC community, I don't know, rockettes a little bit. There was more dancing than singing today. Give yourselves a hand. Come on. And thank you, Eddie Watkins Jr. from Detroit for that fantastic tune. Oh, I think Kathy Chamberlain likes Eddie Watkins Jr. Big smile and thumbs up. So here we are at the beginning of Celebrate Sunday, or sort of like in the middle, because we did have meditation at 10:30. And before I go on, I just want to ask, is there anyone who's here for the first time on a Sunday? I know that we have one person. We have another person at the back there. So let's just welcome Anne and Liam. Liam is one of our new tech people. And then, and then Anne is here in the front with Akai. And so let's give them a warm VTC welcome the way we do. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're so glad you're here. All right. Thank you very much for joining us today. So where is it that you wandered into, and who is it that's welcoming you into this space? Well, we're the Victoria Truth Center, a community and organization that goes back beyond 100 years, but we are continually evolving. We are continually changing. We are continually transforming, that's our theme for the month, into something more relevant, something more aligned, that's our theme for the year, something that is more in tune with the love that we know ourselves to be and the way that we want to show up in this world. So we come together in community to remember there's only one thing going on, and here we like to call it love. We also call it God, spirit, source, creator, energy, the quantum field, lots of other things. But the label, the word that you ascribe to this one incredible, amazing, creative, energetic flow that is infinite in scope, the word doesn't matter. What's important is that we realize that this is who and what we are, and by coming together, we are amplifying that truth, not just for ourselves, but each other, which can then only be amplified for our world. So we are coming together to be the love we are more fully, more intentionally, more purposefully, so that we can feel better, so that we can relate better, so that we can live in a world that just feels more peaceful and calm and easeful and abundant and joyful and fun to live in. So how does that sound on a Sunday morning here at Celebrate? Fantastic. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. So let us also remember, next slide please, Mary, where we are coming together to do all of this celebrating, where we are opening our minds and our hearts, like was in the meditation. We're coming together on the Kwangin territorial land, the land of the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, whose enduring stewardship of the land, sky, and sea sustains all life that flows through here. What a blessing, gift, and privilege it is to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create together in the shared spirit of harmony, respect, and love upon these sacred lands. So may our community uphold this legacy of care and interconnectedness that the Lekwungen peoples have and continue to embody in all that we learn and manifest here. Okay, so now we are moving into our reflective tune. It's a new one. I'm switching mics. And so I invite you, we can go to the next slide, Mary. I invite you, if you just want to close your eyes and just receive so that you can just tune in and feel and experience more of the love that you are, I invite you to do so. If you would like to sing along because you feel called to vocalize, I invite you to do that too. All right? Either way, let us all just tune in more fully and appreciate the experience of love fulfilling itself in, through, around, and as us more fully right here, right now. I live in the flow of joy. I live in the flow of peace. I live in the flow of love. I live as I release. I breathe in the flow of joy. I breathe in the flow of peace. I breathe in the flow of love. I breathe as I release. I trust in the flow of joy. I trust in the flow of peace. I trust in the flow of love. I trust as I release. I breathe. I trust in the flow of life. Life showing up as joy, as peace, as love. Knowing that all of these attributes, all of these qualities of that one fantastical and awesome dynamic energetic flow that is the very beingness of all that is, was, and ever will be, that this is who and what I am. And not just a little and not just sometimes, but all of it, all the time. And as I know this beautiful, exquisite, elegant truth for myself, I know it for every individual here today, everyone and everything. And so as we open our minds and open our hearts to this incredible, amazing awesomeness that we truly are, we are more consciously choosing to live in the flow of all that love is, of all that love has to offer, of all the ways that we get to show up as that love. So for all of the love that is present and for all that is on its way, I simply say thank you and yes, please, opening my mind and heart that much wider so that I can continue living in the flow of joy, of peace, of the love that I know myself to be. So I release, I let go, I bask in that divine dynamic flow as together we affirm, and so it is. I sing in the flow of joy. I sing in the flow of peace. I sing in the flow of love. I sing as I release. I share in the flow of joy. I share in the flow of peace. I share in the flow of love. I share as I release.
Here we go.
I am in the flow of joy. I am the flow of peace. I am the flow of love. I thrive as I release. I am the flow of love. I thrive as I release. So I'm seeing a few smiles, a few closed eyes, and so let us remain in that incredible, amazing vibration of love, of openness, bringing to mind and into our hearts someone we know could use a little extra love, some prayer, some spiritual support, some focus and intention. And let us hold everyone that is being held in heart and mind together, knowing only the wholeness, allness, and wellness for those individuals right here, right now, and always. I invite everyone to receive a big, nourishing, cleansing breath in and release. And if you haven't already, I invite you to gently open your eyes. Just take a moment to become more fully present. Thank you for your consciousness. Thank you for your presence. And let us shift into a different section of our time together, switching mics. Our theme for the month, which is transformation. And this is taken from our VTC Values Compass. Once again, if you want to learn more about that, please visit the VTC website, our About page, it's on there. But transformation is at the very top of our compass. It is our first pillar, it is our North Star. This is what we're doing here. And the affirmation to go with this theme, which is also on our compass, is, Mary, we consciously experience the infinite potentiality of our being. So I just want that to land, however it's landing. And if it isn't yet, that's okay. This is a pretty bold statement and bold call to action. But this is what we're doing here. We're coming here to not just remember and be like, yeah, okay, I am love. It's like, yeah, I am love, and how am I showing up as that love? Am I showing up as fully as I possibly can? Am I showing up in every relationship and interaction I have as the love that I am, and the infinite possibilities that are possible for that experience? Hi, welcome. And so this affirmation is something that will anchor us for this month in this theme of transformation. And I invite us all to just lean in to whatever it is that it is sparking, that is percolating up for you right now. And because it is our first day, then if someone has something that they would like to share, I will offer you the mic for sure. And I also appreciate that this is the first time people are seeing this affirmation and this theme. So maybe there's just like, being with it for a bit. So if there is someone that has something they'd like to share about transformation or what's happening for them, what's alive for them in this moment, then I do have the mic at the ready. Sherry Morgan.
The first thing that comes to mind about transformation is that it's continual. It's ongoing. We can't avoid it. Everything is constantly transforming, including you and me. And my question is, can we do that in the flow? Can we do that without resisting? Anyway, I guess we're here to learn and grow, and sometimes we get stuck in patterns, beliefs, whatever. And maybe we can get unstuck and be in the flow again, right? And maybe that's the constant process.
I like that. I like that. Ongoing, constant process, unsticking so that we can be in the flow. And I feel like, for myself, I'm never out of the flow. I just forget. I forget that, I'm in this incredible, amazing, rushing river or babbling brook or whatever it is that is forever changing. And I am forever changed, like always, from every single moment to every single moment, different. So, yeah, an invitation to be more aware and be curious. That's what I'm hearing, curiosity. Can we? Is it possible? The answer right there is yes. Anyone else have something they'd like to share? All right, it feels like the room is complete. Okay, so I'm going to put this mic over here, and we're going to move into my talk, so you can keep it on that slide. Thank you. So, the last couple of days, there was a talk that was percolating, and I was so excited to share it. And then this morning, as I was getting ready, after meditating, after doing my positive intelligence work, after doing some prayer, feeding the cats, I went to the windowsill in the kitchen and thought, oh, I'm going to switch the calendar. My friend, fellow member, and board member, Stephanie, gifted me this Louise Hay calendar for Christmas. And so it was time to flip the page. And there was a whole little write-up about February. And as soon as I started reading this, I'm like, well, there goes yesterday's talk. And here we are with what wants to be shared today, what wants to be explored today. So the quote for today is, I lovingly accept my decisions, knowing that I am always free to change. Right? So whether we feel stuck, whether we feel like we are so in the flow, there is always the opportunity to experience life differently according to the choices and decisions that we make, according to the viewpoint that we have, according to the actions that we take, right? So anyway, this is what the February sheet says. Love is everywhere this month, which is absolutely delightful. I look beyond romance, however, and see how I can better love my fellow humans. So right there, I so appreciate, because love, when I think love is a concept, love is all there is, love is it kind of thing, right? There are many different kinds of love for sure, but it didn't even occur to me when I looked at the February month that like, oh yeah, someone might say love because Valentine's Day and that kind of thing. But this is like so much bigger, right? And so this question and curiosity about how can I love my fellow humans better? Well, where does it start? It starts with loving ourselves better, loving ourselves more. Really not just appreciating that we are love, that love is all there is, but in order to show up as the love we are, in order to really embody that, last month's theme, then we really got to be clear on who we are. And we really got to be clear on the choices that we're making, the thoughts we're thinking, the stories that we're telling, the beliefs that we're believing. Is all of that working to affirm that I am love, I am that same love, I am that same power, I am that same energy that is every leaf on every tree, every twinkling star in the sky, that is the gravitational force that holds everything on our globe from being flung out, into space? I am that. Every single person here is that. Reverend Blenda, Mariana, everybody tuning in on YouTube online right now, of which there are several members. Hello, Anne. Hello, Juliana. Hello, Deb and Ed. Who else did I find out watches us on YouTube? Loretta, Dax. There's so many people tuning in on YouTube, you just can't tell unless they comment. So hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on Sunday. So anyway, so going back to this, how can I better love my fellow humans? How can I better love myself? And that's a choice, right? That's a choice I know that I am faced with pretty much every single day, especially when I'm feeling stressed, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed, especially when I feel like there's no way, of course there's a way, there are gazillions of ways, but there's no way that I can get all of this stuff done in the amount of time that I have in which to do it. And then I get hard on myself, and then I beat myself up, and then, right? No. All of that is happening, and that's the way I'm feeling, and yet I am still remembering that even in that muckety-muck, I am love, and the more that I love myself, the more capacity I have to love everybody else. The easier and more automatic it is to be compassionate with others when they're in the muckety-muck, okay? No matter what they're going on, when they have a different opinion. When they do something that isn't to our liking. And that means like people in our life, that means people in politics, that means people across the world, right? So this is what she says she does. I open my mind and heart a bit more each day, and I discover new insights, new viewpoints, and new ways to understand what is happening around me. And that speaks to the curiosity that Sherry was talking about, right? Like, people talk a lot about being around like-minded people. For me, that kind of fell to the wayside a while ago because I want to be with open-minded people. I want to be with people who are okay with hearing different points of view, who are okay to debate stuff without taking things personally, who feel it's okay to disagree because that's how we grow, right? That's how we're challenged. Oh, I never thought of it from that perspective. Oh, that's a great idea. It never entered my mind, right? So opening mind and heart a bit more each day, discovering new insights, new viewpoints, and new ways to understand. Now, from a new thought perspective, even from a quantum perspective, we don't need to wait for a day on the calendar to flip. Every single moment is like a brand new baby day. That's a Mary Morrissey thing. A brand new baby day, because every single moment the universe is being reborn anew. It reboots itself. We are part and parcel of the universe. We are part and parcel of God. We are rebooting ourselves. We are being rebooted. It just sort of seems like we're on this linear time path, right? But we're brand new every single moment. And so we get to choose to have a different experience if we want. And when we open our mind, when we open ourselves up to being challenged, then that's when we really get to experience something different, because that's when we feel, sort of like, discombobulated, and you're being like, that doesn't sit well with me. Well, why doesn't it? Because it's activating something in you that requires some attention. Now, maybe it doesn't resonate with you, but maybe it does, but you haven't had an opportunity to really lean into it yet. So in this month of transformation, we get to lean in. We get to lean into, how can I show up more of who and what I am, as more of who and what I am, in new and different ways? Not just the ways that I have been, but what have I not tried? What have I not thought? How have I related in ways, or not related in ways that I could? What experiences could I have? Sometimes it's going to be super simple, like stirring the pot with your non-dominant hand and going, whoa, that feels different, right? Sometimes it's about taking a trip to somewhere where you've never been and don't speak the language, the native language, and just like figuring out how to get along and navigate while you're there, right? And then there's all other examples that I'm sure every single one of us could speak to. So, goes on to say, the more I understand and love others, the more that understanding and love return to me. As we demonstrate compassion for each other and recognize that we all are one, we move away from fear and competition to love and cooperation, and the entire world benefits. Now, I wrote some notes here. I'm not even looking at the page because this talk is very alive in the moment. And what comes up for me as I read that last statement is, a few years ago, when Glenn and I were still doing our podcast, Who Do You Think You Are? One of my favorite guests that we had the opportunity to interview is Daryl Davis. And Daryl Davis is an amazing boogie-woogie blues piano player, and he is also an African-American man who became friends with the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. And it took some time to get there, but he approached that entire situation and relationship, and all the relationships that came out of his determination and commitment, to be curious about, how could you have these opinions about me and even hate me when you don't even know me? And so that conversation that we had with him was so good. Like, it was just so amazing to talk to someone who, in my mind, was like, wow, that is so brave, that is so courageous, that is so like off the wall, to go into a situation that is potentially life-threatening. And he told us about different situations where there were guns and whatever, and but he had this curiosity about, how could you have this opinion? How could you hate me when you don't even know me? And because of that curiosity, and because of discussion, and because of conversation from these incredibly opposed viewpoints, there was an openness that happened. There was an understanding that happened. And the person that he ended up becoming friends with ended up not being the leader of the Ku Klux Klan anymore, because he was forever transformed, because of Daryl's commitment, because of his curiosity. Okay? Now, I don't think I've had a personal experience like that in my life, but when I look to that one, and I just hear him speak, I am blown away, and I'm so inspired. And so to me, that is an invitation for all of us to become curious, for all of us to lean into commitment in exploring new ways of being, new ways of relating, new ways of experiencing, of sharing, giving, receiving the love that we are. And sometimes it doesn't feel good, but when we open ourselves up then that love that we are gets to shine and radiate and just move through us and express itself more fully. And that's part of what we're here to do too. So now I'm thinking to the song that we sang for the opening, Anything is Possible When You Believe by Eddie Watkins Jr. Faith can make a mountain move when you believe. So what do you believe? Do you believe that you live in a safe universe? Do you believe that you are love expressing? Do you believe that maybe you're a little bit more love expressing than so-and-so over here, or so-and-so on the TV, on the news? What do you truly believe? Because when you get to those core beliefs, they might explain why you're having the experiences that you're having, why your viewpoint is the way that it is, and why sometimes it can feel so hard to change. So, the title of my talk is Transformation, the Conscious Commitment of Love. And so when I was thinking about the word itself, transformation, beyond formation, beyond or through the relative, the conventional, the things that we experience with our five senses, what we really want to get to, it's not the transformation that is the end result. No, it's not the transformation that's the goal. The transformation is the result. The thing that gets us there is being committed to living as the love we are, living life lovingly. Okay? That's the thing we want to focus on. And the more we focus on that, the more we transform our experience. Our experience of how we're showing up as the love we are, our experience of how we relate to the love that's showing up as everyone and everything else. So the commitment of love in action, of conscious, intentional love, that's what I am inviting us all to lean into. So transformation itself isn't success, it isn't the goal. Transformation is the demonstration of the commitment and faith we put into opening our minds and hearts a bit more each day so that we can more consciously experience the infinite potentiality of the love we truly are. So this month, I'm inviting us all to continue opening up, to continue leaning in, to embrace curiosity, even in the most challenging, especially in the most challenging times with the most challenging people and experiences, and just open up to what's a different way that love can show up here? What's a different way that I, as love, can show up here? Because I promise you, when you get more intentional about your choices, your actions reflect those choices, which reflects the intentionality, which simply allows you to more fully embody the love you truly are, the love we all are. So in the end, transformation isn't the thing we're after. Transformation is the result of the commitment and faith we put into opening ourselves up to new ways of experiencing the love we truly are, the love that is everyone and everything. And the more that we do that, the more we transform ourselves, each other, and our world. Thank you, and so it is. And thank you, Louise Hay, for that inspiration, and Stephanie for that calendar. Totally different talk than it was going to be. Okay, so now we have about 10 minutes where if you are interested, then you can get into little groups of 3 or 4 just by shifting your chairs or walking across the room. And you can talk about, marinate on whatever it is that's coming up for you. And if that's not your jam, that's okay. You know, you can wander around a little bit. There's some tea out front. You can pour yourself a cup of tea. But either way, we'll come back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to ding the meditation bowl when it's time. Okay? Thank you. 2-minute warning, 2-minute warning. All right, everyone, come on back to the big formation. And as Carl and Kelby come on back to the stage, I'm going to start passing around the You Are Beautiful blessing box. So please receive that with love. Choose an affirmation out of there. Whichever one you choose is the exact right one for you in the moment. Add it to your collection if you've been collecting for a while. And when you pass it to the next person, just make sure you close the lid so they can also receive the You Are Beautiful message. All right? So we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to lean into the generosity of spirit through song. So we have an extra song today. So let us actually, before we go into song, just lean into this affirmation that we have, because we are love. Love is all there is. Love is infinite, which means it never runs out, which means there's always some to give, okay? There's always love to share. So however it is that you would like to share of the love that you are, there are many different ways to do so listed on here. Let us all put hands on our hearts and declare this generosity affirmation together before we go into song. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. Next song, next slide, and the lyrics. Feel free to sing along with this one too. There's only one word that's different. Share instead of send. I share my love over the mountains. I share my love over the sea. I share my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I share my joy over the mountains. I share my joy over the sea. I share my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I share my power over the mountains. I share my power over the sea. I share my power into the heavens, and it returns to me.
As we bring this service to a close, please close your eyes, your feet on the floor. Go into that space that's inside the universe inside you. I know there is one power, one love, one universe I call love energy. So in this moment, what I know for sure, with absolute certainty, that it is here right now, right here, right now as I speak. My awareness of this truth is within me and within you. Let the love flow. Let the love flow everywhere, within you, within each other, within the universe. What I know for certain, that there is peace. We are at peace, no matter what. Absolutely no matter what. We are at peace. I'm deeply grateful for this truth. I know that it resonates with all those who are aware of the love that flows. so grateful for this wonderful spiritual mind treatment I have learned over the years. The transformation is endless. And so I release this back to the universe. I know it is done. It is done as I speak. And I will speak of it no more. And so it is. And so it is.
I share my peace over the mountain. I share my peace over the sea. I share my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I share my love over the mountains. I share my love over the sea. I share my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right. So, prayer, which is what we just experienced, thanks to Reverend Raymond. Prayer is always available. Reverend Raymond has offered to sit with anyone who would like to sit with him, anyone who feels that they could use some spiritual support. There is a counseling room downstairs now, and Reverend Raymond will be available after service. If you have something for about 5-10 minutes or something that you would like support with, Reverend Raymond will be there for you. And otherwise, prayers@victoriatruthcenter.org, those come straight to me, and they are distributed only to our VTC prayer team. Everything is kept confidential, and prayer is so incredibly powerful. Prayer is transformative. Prayer literally can move mountains because we believe, okay? So if you're having trouble knowing something for yourself, if there is some kind of challenge in your life or for someone you know, just please either email or fill out a little form in front of the prayer box, the one that has the butterfly, and put the prayer request in there. Not the silver bowl, that's for money, but into the little box, and that will go to our prayer team so that we can pray for you and yours affirmatively, practically, cosmically, atomically, however it is that you identify prayer, right? Thank you. How can I volunteer? So many different ways. These are just a few different ways that you can give of some of your time and talent here for Celebrate. This is an Elevate slide. Okay, all right, but it's the same kind of stuff for Celebrate anyway. We could really use someone to help set up, okay? It takes some time to put all these chairs out because even though this is our building, other people use it in between our in-house events. So we could really use some help because the greeters have their stuff that they do, and then there's all of this setup that takes place. So if you're interested in helping to set up, it means coming earlier, maybe around 9:45. That would be super duper. A lot of people help to put chairs away, which is phenomenal. Thank you. Become a member. We have just completed our very first membership renewal drive, and it was such a neat opportunity to talk to every single member by phone, some by email, but by phone, and connect in a deeper way than sort of, the 30 seconds or whatever that we might have, or, the 10 minutes in conscious connection. So if you have been coming for a while, or this place feels like home to you, and you're not a member and would like to be, who are the board members here today? Sandy, Kathy, Linda, Mary, myself. Oh, look, Lorraine. Lorraine is volunteering to be on the board. Yay! No, I'm kidding. Please come and talk to any one of us about membership, and we can hook you up, all right? Okay, speaking of, we have our very first VTC orientation class coming up on Sunday, February 22nd. After Celebrate, only 90 minutes. I'm going to offer this 4 times a year. And this is a class that I am inviting every single member to come into because it is an essential opportunity to get clear on what New Thought is, get clear on what VTC is all about, and get clear on the principles that we value and hold dear in the New Thought movement, the New Thought philosophies, okay? So there's 1 person registered so far. That was really exciting. There are flyers at the doors, like officially. There are people who've said they're coming, but someone actually signed up. It's free to all. There's no cost. You only need to take it once a year. And if you aren't a member of VTC but are curious, this is also a great class for you, or a great workshop for you to attend. Flyers on the wall with QR codes that you can scan to get to the zephi.com site, which is just where the registration happens, or visit the VTC events page, click on the class, and then you will be able to get there as well. Exploring the Practice of Prayer, 5-week class coming up with Sherry Morgan and myself. Sherry, I'm just going to invite you to come on up and say just a few words because I know that Carl and Kelby need to get to another gig. But I'm super excited about this opportunity to explore prayer together, our different perspectives and viewpoints, some of which, correlate and some are different. So to bring New Thought, perspective of prayer, and then Sherry's perspective of prayer together, but all for the same intention, to connect, to become more anchored in who we are, what's possible. What else?
So I didn't rehearse. Today I didn't. Hello, is it then? Is it on? I didn't rehearse anything to say. So, but what occurred to me as you were talking, Lesia, is that both of our style, call it, of prayer, is rooted in love, and as the basis. And you've got all this training that's sort of, I don't know, legitimized in the world for being a really true, valid prayer teacher. But so do I. It's just not the same kind of training. The training that I had was through Indigenous peoples, 3 different Indigenous traditions, teachers, and the elemental god of fire was my main teacher and was the one who gave me the format for prayer. And the elemental god of fire is our heart energy. And our heart energy is what connects us in a field of love. So my prayer style has to do with connecting our spirit with the spirit alive in aspects of nature. And the experience is reciprocally loving. And that's what we experience. And then my gift is to help you connect with guidance from aspects of nature, because they all want to help us. They want our relationship, and they want to be asked. We're not alone. Okay, that's what I'd like to say. And I hope you'll come. So we didn't get this all very well organized very soon before it starts. So it starts in less than 2 weeks now. 13 days from now. So we don't yet have flyers, to pass out, but we do have it listed on the website now. Mm-hmm. And you can register in that same way. Go to the events page. And we'd love to see you there by donation to the Victoria Truth Center. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. I have a very different relationship with aphids, thanks to aphids, thanks to Sherry Morgan's style of prayer, which we learned a little bit about in the forgiveness class that happened earlier last year. So anyway, thank you, Sherry. Really looking forward to this collaboration with you. It is not a drop-in. It is a 5-week commitment. I do want to say that. So if you register, then please, this is a commitment you're making for the full 5 weeks, because each day, each class will build upon the previous one, okay? And it's very experiential. We're not just talking about it or reading about it. We are practicing it, okay? So that we can more fully embody the love we are, and so on and so forth. Okay, VTC events, lots going on in the sanctuary. The purple ones are us, the pinkish ones are our community at large. Anything you want to know more about, go to the VTC website, to the events page, and you can click on any event there and get more information, registration, costs, details, all that kind of stuff. Community announcements. I do have one, if you want to go forward, Mary. Oh, it didn't make it in there. Shoot. There is a poster on the board in the foyer. Today is the 20th annual World Conference of Religions happening at Commonwealth Place at the Gary Oak Gymnasium. And there are 9 speakers from 9 different faiths and religions who are all talking to the topic of building bridges. So talk about different viewpoints and perspectives and experiences, right? And so it's about a 2-hour event. There are the speakers. It's being moderated by Adam Olson. And then there is a delicious East Indian dinner that has been prepared by the Ahmadiyya community that is putting on this event. And it's free. So if you don't have something to do this afternoon and you want to go and hear different perspectives, it's a really, really cool opportunity to do so. There's between like 300 and 400 people that attend this thing. I've got a chance to speak there twice. It's good. It's at Commonwealth Place. Is that Elk? What's that road that it's on? The Elk Lake Road, and it's a community center. And there's a massive gymnasium there. The poster's out front. Sorry, I missed the flyer. Okay. Does anybody else have anything short they would like to share? Joanna, Reverend Joanna.
Just to let people know who are interested, I'm doing the Peninsula Spiritual Living Circle on February 11th. So if you would like to attend, please see me. I'll give you a card and you can let me know you're planning to be there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, so as we move into our closing tune, I'm going to switch mics. Then I just want to thank everyone who made today happen, because it is a community, it is a communal effort, and so thank you to our greeters, Barb and Kathy, who came earlier today and set things up and greeted people, and thank you to Joanna, who's another greeter, and we look forward to seeing you at the front door soon, and thank you to the tech guys, Liam and Glenn, and then thank you to our band today, Mr. Carl Roosing on piano, Kelby McNair, vocals and drums. And then there's me, just adding in a few little things. And Reverend Raymond, thank you very much for the spiritual mind treatment, the closing blessing today. And as a reminder, Reverend Raymond will be downstairs if someone would like to have some prayer one-on-one, okay? So now I'm going to invite everyone. This is a brand new song. We're debuting it today, especially so that Kelby can sing it on Wednesday at Elevate when I'm away. But I'm going to invite those who want to stand up, please stand up, because this is a pretty groovy, funky tune. And I just want to practice our call and response, or sort of call and echo. You know, if I say, love, whoa, that's good. Then what I'm going to ask you to do is shout back, love. Okay, so I'm feeling love. I'm feeling joy. I'm having faith. Okay, when? Now. All right, so there's just a little bit in there. This is the first time that we're singing it. This is the first time you're hearing it. A new VTC original. So yeah, let's go and see what happens.
2, 1, 2, 3.
A power for creating here and now. Take our thoughts and feelings, use imagination, focus our attention, that's the how. Okay, get ready to call it out. We're living life, we're feeling joy, we're making peace, heart and mind, we're being love, we're having faith, we're spiraling up, all the time.
We'll just take
Is there any way to get this up? Like way up.
There we go.
Yeah, this is going to be, but here we go. All right, verse 2. In anticipation of a new direction, a yearning for the truth of you and me. people of all ages, lifetimes, and devotion, embracing universal divinity. Get ready, we're living life, life, we're feeling joy, joy, we're making peace, peace in heart and mind, we're being love, love, we're having faith, faith, we're spiraling up, up, all the time. Feel the elevation, raise the love vibration, quantum activation, wow. Time for celebration, be the transformation, join the revelation now. All right, go ahead and bless your neighbor for the week. We're living life, life, we're feeling joy, joy, we're making peace, peace in heart and mind, we're being love, love, we're having faith, faith, we're spiraling up, up, all the time. Feel the elevation, raise the love vibration, quantum activation, wow. Time for celebration, be the transformation, join the revelation now. All right, thank you, everyone. We'll figure things out with the sound and the Bermuda Triangle of the voice being lost in here. Anyway, thank you so much for being with us at Celebrate today. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here, whether in person or online. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And for those who are willing to stay and help put chairs away, thank you. And if anyone would like some prayer with Rev. Raymond, he's going to be downstairs in the counseling room. Thank you.
I just wanted to add, those of you understand that it's really important, if you want, to learn how to do these prayer treatments. Everybody should learn how to do this. It's an incredible transformational and useful tool in your toolbox. So I encourage you to attend these classes that our dear Reverend is putting on.